Maybe I'm on the wrong end of this too. When it comes to cartooning, my interests have all been comic book. I mean, animation's fine, certainly. Never been a big fan of comic strips for whatever reason. There used to be a time you'd be a child, you'd run down the street to go get a comic book from the local haberdashery. We call them drugstores today, I think. Back when Walgreens wasn't Walgreens, but you had, like I did in Orlando. Hold on, make sure I'm not getting myself in too much trouble here. There we go. We have about that. Ken was a big person to push for Cartoonist Day, and as I, at the time, then as now, saw the interest in cartooning vanish in thin air, it was I got on board too and did a bunch of stuff, especially here in Florida, about Cartoonist Day. It was hard to get a lot of attention to it because we were having trouble getting support for our own group we were with, National Cartoonist Society. A little bit of a reason I kind of let National Cartoonist Society go. I'm still not clear what the intent seemed to get more political than it was about cartooning. That's not. I'm in my political stuff. I don't need it to be in the National Cartoonist Society. And they didn't want to support it. But Ken has persevered anyway, and I have it on my Swampy page today. I should post some Florida cartoonists. We had so many, so much of. Oh, I don't have. Do I have that handy? I don't have that handy. I do kind of have that handy. Hold on a second. If you know Captain Easy or Buzz Sawyer, a good deal of those comic strips were drawn right here in Florida. Roy Crane lived south of Orlando, as did this fellow, C.C. Beck. Well, C.C. Beck, I think, yes, this is all C.C. Beck, I believe. C.C. Beck also lived south of Orlando. In fact, there's a palm tree there. And a lot of the Shazam, now these are later, these were 70s, but he also did them back with the original Shazam, Captain Marvel, back in the 50s. And that was C.C. Beck, who lived in Florida. On the Mad Magazine side, Don Martin lived here in Florida. There were lots and lots of cartoonists. Dick Brown, who did Hager the Horrible, lived in Sarasota. That's where I first got to meet him. And friends with his son Chris, who now does Hager the Horrible. Chris lives near Ken now. He moved from Sarasota. Florida ain't a good place to be living, ever, for anybody. As anyone will tell you, certainly I will. And Chris was wise to leave the state. If you're in Florida, especially if you're in northern Florida or southern Georgia, a great place to visit is the Okefenokee Swamp. Inside the national park is a recreation of Walt Kelly's studio with actual Walt Kelly equipment from when he did Pogo. One of the few recognitions of cartoonists. Um, Now, I'm making this underwater. I have no idea how you create comic book pages underwater, but, occasionally I'll defy science. Been doing it with all this pandemic stuff. Oh, I will do it here too. Well, I'm not. Oh, Gar's here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention. Hey, Dick Help. I hope Dick Help is here. But Chuck and Chad and Michael and Guy Ann Sheffield's over there. This is I'm recognizing Cartoonist Day. I'll be doing that during the Hobbit a Bee at 3 o'clock today, which is the larger thing. This is supposed to be just a little 15-minute drawing that I'm made a little more complicated. Now, if Dick's still here, he knows what this is like at a board. I was going to say I put a clock up there, and I realized, where the heck am I going to put a clock if they're underwater? I guess it could be. I don't want to put a cave, though, because then it's going to be hard to know they're underwater. I wish we could. Most people in the comic book world or the animation world don't really think of themselves as cartoonists, which is generally true. So much is being done with a computer these days. Actual ability to draw has really gone away. So little drawing's done in animation these days compared to what it once was. If you go to the schools that teach animation, it often doesn't even include doing any kind of cartooning. So I'm making this person left-handed just because I need to tell the story. I've given her a visor. Kind of the same reason I never wore baseball caps until I got married, when I was married to old Sandra. And I started wearing baseball caps to advertise Florida. And then I found that it helped me concentrate because it keeps light out of my eyes, so I can see. In fact, I'm wearing one right now because I want to keep this lit, but I can't get it in my eyes, or I have trouble seeing. So it's amongst the reasons visors were worn in the newspaper industry. I should put some ink on her. There, we'll put some splotchy ink on her. That's funny to those of us who use so much ink. It is funny using these brushes these days. Let's see. Where is it here? I do have a bottle of ink here, but... Oh, wait a minute. No, that's jelly. Well, whatever it is. So I'm just doing this for Cartoonist Day and for it's MerMay. Dick Culper should get involved with this, so should Gar, but in the UK, haberdashery is a store. All right. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to color this one but yesterday seemed, I was going to watercolor it, and I in the end didn't. So get out there, please support our cartoonists. It's hard to find it, especially the old cartoons. And I'll probably get more into that during Hobbit a Bee today. I will get more into that. I know a lot of folks can't name much in the way of old cartoonists. When I mentioned Buzz Sawyer, it certainly brought a bunch of quizzical looks upon those who heard me say those words. But Buzz Sawyer was once a very, very important something your parents and grandparents were reading just about every day. I mean, the comic strips were such an important part. Wow, hold on, I need to try and do that clipping, but it's not a good idea. Always try to ink away from yourself. There we go. Thick and thin is so important. So there's a little girl reading a comic book. Super Mermaid comics. So at 3 o'clock today, I'll do a Hobbit a Bee, and I'm going to try to include cartoonist type things for Cartoonist Day. As I said one time, I used to go to libraries and bookstores and comic book stores and help celebrate Cartoonist Day. Today, so many folks don't even understand it. I don't know if we ever could have really pulled this off more than we have. And I'm making this awfully neat. I'm not even putting a tabaret here. Tabaret or a table with ink, bottles of ink and pens. Bottle of ink would be closer, not further away. Probably some sort of lamp. That actually, well, would be clipped up here. I could still do that. You only make mistakes if you think you do. Oh, well, there I have a problem because that paper. It's been fun. I've used these kind of lights now for, good golly, most of my life. Used them at City Hall when I worked at City Hall. But knowing how to use a brush and inking is not easy. It takes time to learn. And I've drawn a lot. So this is under C. I gotta put a clock. Oh, here's a clock. Place to put a clock. A clock is so important to a cartoonist. Oh, well, will be today as I working to get some projects. Well, I was trying to get having computer problems, and I was trying to get that little comic book done. I let some things slide, and I'm getting, as I said, I got 4 out yesterday. I'm going to get a big chunk of it out today. And this clock is so important because you only have so much time, and there's so much to do. And that's why I had to also let that little free comic book go for right now. I'll get back to it. And again, just an idea. Hold on, let me get the thinner pen real quick. Thinner pen sitting right there. I can see it. Put that bottle of the idea. But I hope that y'all are doing well. If you see an old collection of comic stuff, not the new stuff, I wouldn't recommend most of the new stuff. Someone was writing earlier today something very accurate. I saw because I haven't been up that long. As usual, my hours are about noon to 5 a.m. But wrote about I'm just going to extend these lines of shadow. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, well. Someone wrote something very wise earlier, and I can't remember who that was on Facebook. Maybe I'll remember come Hobbit a Bee time. But for this, so I'm doing, this is taking a little longer because it's much more involved. Here, why is this on the ground? It's got ink all over it. All right. And I haven't signed it. So my MerMay drawing for today. Now tomorrow's will almost certainly be on my cartoonist page, unless I'm reminded of something else to celebrate. But I'll be back here in just an hour and a half to. Oh, I'm sorry. There are comments. I'm missing them. I apologize. Hey, Miss Roden, upstairs, up north of us here a ways. Oh, and I love to get some barbecue. Speaking of that, your mother's barbecue, y'all got. David, Mark Zarady. Hello, Mark. Mark was part of our efforts to get Cartoonist Day out too. Vicky also did that. Well, Vicky just posted something funny. I forget what that was. It was good. It was very good. But anyway, there you are. Here is my mermaid drawing for today. Celebrating Cartoonist Day. And tomorrow I'll probably be over on my cartoonist page, because I don't mean to be here all the time. I think that works. All right. Thank you all very much for being here, and I like how that's almost hidden. Not thinking enough Alex Toth. All right, I'm going much longer. I don't want to go more than 15 minutes here. And I'm into 20, especially. So I'll be back at 3 o'clock. There we go. Get some darkness in there. Can't see her arm though. Her arm tells the story. Okay, sorry. It's Cartoonist Day. I should be doing a better job of being a cartoonist, or whatever it is I do. All right, there we go. How about that? All right, thank you all very much for being here. I hope you can see all this. I'll be back at 3. Hello, Sandra Decar, or Sandra Decar, or Sandra Decar. Anyway, Barberdale up there, Maryland, and well, keep tuning in, Baji, and I'll be back at 3 p.m. Drawing a big drawing full of stuff, and you can feel free to come in and contribute things. Are you all making barbecue? I'm trying to figure out what my first trip's going to be, because I haven't left. I'm so busy. I got so much to do, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make my first trip. Listen, send me, or have your mother send me a message if y'all are going to have some barbecue, because I haven't had barbecue in a few months. And I'd love to, and I hadn't thought of it until I saw you here. So that sounds really good right now. And I don't that old. Golly, I don't like how that line is. I don't. Sonny's to me is yuck. I want any Sonny's. I want real barbecue. Sonny's is like going to Arby's for a roast beef sandwich. You go to Beefy King for that. That's better. I guess I need to strengthen this line. Sorry, I'm getting into technical stuff here. I made this much more complicated. Okay, tomorrow will be less so. All right, and Sandra may not still be here, but I'll keep in mind what she wrote for tomorrow for my mermaid drawing. All right, thank you all very much. I will see you all next time. I'll be back at 3 p.m. You're still. Is there going to be some available here in the next week? Maybe I'll take a spin up. I still haven't gotten to you. I haven't been up that way. Been a year and a half, more 2 years. I just drove through. I didn't even drive through. Because I don't come all the way up to where y'all are. I think you come down south a ways to 10 in Florida. So if that's available sometime like this weekend, maybe I'll make a little drive up there and do that. Just might do that. All right. Let me know. Have her send me a message. Oh, well, maybe it's posted on the page. There's Ken Alvine. Ken Alvine. There you are. Okay, Cartoonist Day. I've been talking about it. So here's my drawing. It's a mermaid at a drawing table with a visor on. That visor's not real clear. And when I do Hobbit Bee today at 3 o'clock, unfortunately I had nonstop computer problems from 11 a.m. to this. I keep thinking, I thought I'd fixed them all. But, wow, they came back with a vengeance today. Actually, I had to turn everything off and start it all over again because I was going to post more about it. But